Good morning, Marvel Rival nerds. Welcome to Jeff's Shark Tank. We're going to be reviewing Reddit's best ideas for your favorite heroes. If you don't know about the Jeff Shark Tank event going on within the Marvel Rival subreddit, let me get you caught up. The subreddit is giving you a chance to pitch your best ideas to fix the current meta, and get a small prize while you're at it. This could be reworks, balance changes, whatever. Each submission will be reviewed and rated by a panel of 3 judges. At the time of recording, we have 2 mystery judges and the one and only Cozy from Cozy Rivals, and the American Broadcast Marvel Rivals commentary desk. If any of you are looking to enter, just come on over before March 11th and create a post with the Shark Tank pitch flair, or drop a comment in the event thread. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and comment on your favorite idea you heard in my comment section below. And without further ado, let's get started. So, starting from the top, you can see that we have the Shark Tank pitch post flare selected on the right hand side. And we're going to make our way down and see what we got. So this first post actually comes from Judgment Monk, and it talks about a BP rework. Now obviously I made this post a couple hours ago. I'll give you the spark notes so we can move on to some of the other ideas. But for this rework, we're introducing 2 new abilities for BP. One of them is Kinetic Chase, which allows BP to run on all 4s at 10 meters per second and allows him to leap to high grounds from this position or pounce to enemies. Now that pounce ability is a new ability which is similar to Daredevil's Sonic Pursuit and can only be used while in the Kinetic Chase or following his subtle step or his wall run. And the entire idea is to allow him to close the distance and engage quickly, while giving him a little bit of bonus health so he can brawl. Now, with these new abilities, we're actually changing some of the numbers of his current abilities. So his Spear Toss is reducing by 1 charge, but on top of that, we're also cutting the dash damage, or his Spirit Rend, in half, but giving him an additional charge. Just to make the numbers work, the Spinning Kick is also being reduced by 10. And finally, his primary attack, the Vibranium Claws, is now going to apply half of a Vibranium mark with each hit. So these changes remove the instant kill potential that terrorized the lower ranks, but they introduce some high effort combos, some high level gameplay that can still be used by the higher level BPs, instead of just doing 180s non-stop until your target dies. But that time to kill is much longer and gives people a little bit more time to respond. The comments saying that kills the character, there's also people who say this much mobility makes him insanely broken. But it resolves that time to kill issue without changing the character too much. So let me know what you think of this rework, as it did come from me, and we're going to keep moving right on ahead. Alright, so now that we're done with my post, let's move on and see what else people have to offer. Next up seems to be a change for Magneto. Let's check it out. I'm a Magneto player myself, so let's see if this change actually makes a difference or, makes him a little bit more fun to play. So, starting from the top, Shark Tank pitch for Magneto. So after reading this post, it is an interesting idea. Magneto is a tank that takes a lot of awareness to play. He's more of a conductor on the battlefield rather than a general leading the charge, outputting the damage, getting the kills. Now don't get me wrong, Magneto can definitely do his part. But with a change like this, it allows Magneto to actually feel lethal. TLDR, the Sharp Alloy is a passive that is stacked with every hit of your primary. Your primary hits for 1/3 of a Sharp Alloy stack, and your other abilities gain effects based on how many Sharp Alloy stacks the enemy has. So your melee will deal extra percentage damage if they have Sharp Alloys. Your Mag Cannon will gain 30 extra damage for every full Sharp Alloy that the enemy has. Your Self Bubble will actually double the amount of Sharp Alloy stacks that the opponent has, while your teammate's bubble will actually detonate those Sharp Alloy stacks. This would definitely make Magneto a lot deadlier, but because he has to manage so much, I think giving him extra damage would actually make him have too much impact. He's already the best tank in the game for a reason, but I love the effort that went into this, and I'll leave it to everybody here to add extra comments down in my comment section. Okay, so next up, we have what seems to be a Storm redesign. Let's check it out. So obviously, the pitch, Omega level threat detected, a Storm redesign. So all in all, this is an interesting concept, giving Storm more things in her kit to feel more like the Omega level threat that she is in the comics and movies. But I think this is a little bit over-designed, giving her a lot of tools that would do damage without taking anything away that already makes her strong. She's not widely picked because of her limitations, but the people who do play Storm would all agree that she is a force to be reckoned with. I do like some of the innovations you made with her movement, and the point about older heroes getting power crept while new heroes get ridiculously complex and interesting kits. All in all, I think this is going to have to be a no from me. Now, I'm really excited for this one. This is one of the higher rated posts in this Shark Tank pitch, talking about my boy, the Hulk. Let's check it out. So I'll save the video for the end and go right into the description. So, the pitch. Hulk needs puny buffs. Hero, Hulk feels tired. The problem, Hulk always anchor. Hulk want team up power. We love the Hulk speech, but it's going to get tiring very soon. So all in all, I think the changes suggested here are very good. The quality of life changes should automatically be options in the game. The zoomed out view for Monster Hulk can be very important since his big body kind of blocks everything. Also, turning off the spinning camera while transforming to Hero Hulk, not that bad of an idea. This is the one that I like the most. Impact on landing while in his Monster Hulk form. Only does a little bit of damage, but is very cool. Next up, a knockback ability from his Thunderclap. Not a bad idea. Giving Hulk car gloves from the movie is a great idea, and a team up with a Magneto sounds even better. We need more tank-on-tank team-ups in this game. They also suggested a 1 damage buff so that Hulk now out-damages Captain America. I love the innovation. I love the ideas for my boy Hulk. Let's keep it up. This is going to be the last one that I check out, and this is going to be the highest upvoted post I've seen on this entire Post Flayer subreddit. And this has to do with reworking Invisible Woman's ult. Now, I had some ideas for this, but let's see what they came up with. So before I get into the descriptions, let's look through these pictures. We have the new invisible boundary, where it looks like it blocks from the outside, and it blocks enemies from shooting from the inside. And it gives a big burst heal instead of healing over time, is maybe the idea. We also got a visualization from the cinematic. Makes sense. TLDR of the rework. Remove the healing over time and enemy slow. Add a massive upfront burst heal and turn the cylinder into a real highly durable enemy projectile blocking shield. Alright, so all in all, I'm really liking this rework. It's very similar to the idea that I had for a big Symmetra wall, for lack of a better comparison, where the ult actually becomes a very high health shield rather than a healing circle. I do think there needs to be a small amount of healing over time just to stay consistent. If you make this change overnight, Invis will just not be played. There's still a standard that needs to be met, at least up front, and can be shifted as time goes on. But I like the idea of making the enemies either disengage or commit into the fight or else they're going to be completely cut off. Both damage in and out is blocked, but ally shots in and out are not. So overall, I think it's a great idea. I can see why it got so much love. Netties, if you're paying attention, definitely think about this one. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. This has been Judgment Monk with the Marvel Rivals Reddit review. Let me know which idea you like the best in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Rivals content. Peace.